What's up, YouTube? Rider Zero coming at you again with another review. Like I said in the last review that I did of the Accel driver, I picked up the engine blade along with it from a member on Ranger Board. I got a good deal on it, or else I probably would not have picked them up because, like I said in the last video, I'm not a huge fan of Accel, although he is growing on me a little more here lately. However, his weapon is one of my favorites in the show. I'm a big fan of the gunblade, so that was an easy no-brainer for me. If there had been a piece I was going to pick up, it would have been this one from Accel's gear anyway. Probably going to end up ordering the trial memory as well, so eventually look out for a review on that one. However, what you see in front of you obviously is the engine blade with the deluxe engine memory. It's a little bit shorter than what other reviews, not really made it out to be, but what I had thought the length would be in other reviews anyway. I'm never a good judge on the size of the DX toys. The double dropper was actually a little bigger than I'd imagined, and some of the weapons were actually the only other weapon that I really have aside from the rod booker is the skull magnum, which I'll probably do a review on that too. But it's pretty good size. I wish the engine blade had been a little bit larger, but it is what it is. So as with the Accel driver, I've had this for about a week, so of course it's already out of the box. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Camera is a little bit on the smaller side, so we'll be doing a little bit of panning to get the full view of this, but there you go, you can see. Try to get back a little bit. But there you go, there's the engine blade. Start out talking about the details. I really like this actually, even more so now that I have it. It's got, still going with the vehicle motif, I guess you could say. You can see there's piping going along here that actually is chrome, along with the pipes going along through there as well. Other side looks actually about the same for a change. Take a look at it there. So again, detail-wise, this is probably my favorite weapon so far. The Skull Magnum is really nice as well, but, it's more or less just a plain black repaint of the Trigger Magnum. However, I still like it a lot. But as far as this goes, I really like the detailing on this. Try to get a little closer here so you can kind of pick up on a little bit of it. The camera's not really going to focus it because this is a crappy camera, but, what can you do? It's got a really nice red to it. It's more of a metallic style red. You can get a pretty good shot there on the handle. Camera's probably not picking up the color as accurate as it really looks, but this has a really strong metallic red to it. It's actually a little redder than Accel's color. But anyway, moving on. As with the double driver and the Accel driver, no electronics in this at all. Everything is with the deluxe memory, which is right here. Go ahead and, since I have it right here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the sounds for it. And this one has just basically a plain white LED light. I also have the candy toy version. Like I said in the last review, I hadn't really intended on getting this stuff, so with my last haul from Rider Proxy on HJU, she included 2 candy toy memories for free because I got quite a big haul from her. And I decided to get the engine and the Accel memory because, I hadn't planned on getting the deluxe stuff, so I figured, hey, why not? We'll go ahead and do a quick sound comparison. Here's the candy toy. And again, the deluxe. So they're actually pretty close. They're a little closer than the Accel candy toy memory. As with this one, sorry about that. As with all candy toys, it cycles through the memory sounds unless you wait about 8 to 10 seconds and it resets and starts back over with the engine. I'll cycle through these real quick just because I have it here. You can hear them all. we go, and it starts back in engine. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Anyway, like I said, as with the other deluxe memories, this runs on LR44s. This one is pretty much a solid color. Every other memory I have, except for the other candy memory of the engine, is like a translucent, so it's a bit of a change. I think the other the Gadget series memories are a solid color too, but I don't know because I don't have any of those, so can't really say for sure. We'll go ahead and get to the sound show here. As far as this goes, you'll see this little, that releases. You hear that snap. When it snaps into place, there's a button right here. This is locked into place until you hit that button, and that releases it. Actually, this locks the little switch lever here, not switch, the lever locks into place. I don't know if you can see that really well, but there's a little clear plastic notch that comes up there. Yeah, there you can see it. It's not in focus very well, but you can see it pop up there. That locks this into place when this is open. That way, you know, if you're trying to be all cool and just, you know, want to snap this back down, you can get the latch to snap back when you hit the little notch there. I'll go ahead and load the engine memory into it. And hit the button, snap it into place. This one cycles through the sounds pretty much just like the candy toy version. However, each attack has its own little sound effect with it, and it doesn't actually reset. So you can hit, you can hit Steam and come back 30 minutes later, and it'll go to the next one, which is, and the next one is electric, but just want to show you the light coming through there. And then, of course, the maximum drive. And there you go. That's pretty much it for the engine memory, as well as the engine blade. Would I recommend this to anybody? Of course, because I'm a sucker for a gun blade. Actually, before we get to that, let me go ahead and show you the engine memory and the double driver. Pop that bad boy open. Obviously, I have the double driver here ready to go. Okay, get out of the way there. Stay. This is a silver tip memory, so this goes in the Phillips side of the memory, of the driver, I should say. So we'll take Cyclone out. And it's kind of weird because I wasn't expecting this sound, but you get the Henshin waiting sound. As far as the driver goes, it actually works a whole lot better than the Accel memory. The Accel memory pretty much runs over everything else in terms of sound. I don't have any of my other memories handy to try along with it. Actually, I'm lying, I do. I have Skull. Let me grab that real quick. Oh no, wait, Skull, silver tip, duh. So yeah, we won't be doing that. The rest of my gold ones are on the shelf, so anyway, we'll forget about that. That's what it sounds like in the double driver. It actually works, like I said, a lot better than the Accel driver. So that's it. There you have it on the engine blade there. It's a pretty good toy. I would probably recommend picking it up, even at retail, just because it's a really cool design. The paint, detailing, everything on it is superb, and it's overall just a fun toy to play with. So I definitely want to check into that one. As always, comments, subs, all that good stuff is appreciated. So yeah, that'll do it. Look forward to some more reviews. I've got some other things that I could probably do reviews of. I've got the Fang memory, the Skull Magnum, which I'll probably actually do a review of the Skull Magnum. If I can find the box, but that's not important. But anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.